Words have power. Don't think so? How about when Grandma said, "Now, youngin'"? Okay, you can stop checking over your shoulder. You're not in trouble. Pull up a chair. Let's talk. Even in just the mundane sense, phrases get stuck in our heads. From our childhood, lyrics to songs, quips from books, single words we pick up from those we talk to frequently, the list goes on and on. What we read, hear, and say all have effects. Switch gears from mundane to witch brain, and we even have the saying, "It's called spelling for a reason." Part of understanding the power of words is understanding those effects, from emotional all the way to setting things in motion. An offhand comment you make can ripple out, and that job opportunity, gone. An intentional, genuine question can drop an opportunity into your lap you never saw coming. Among phrases that have stuck in my head is, "It's better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt." I've seen it attributed to so many people, I wouldn't know who to acknowledge for it, to be honest. Why am I talking so much about word power in the mundane sense? Because we need to understand this interplay with each other, with ourselves, before we start playing with words in our spells and craft. We need to know when to speak and when to be silent, when to use our craft, and when a conversation or well-worded reply would be better. I'm not gonna tell you how to craft a spell. It wouldn't do any good, since it's very likely we have different associations to words and phrases. What I am going to do is remind you, all this interplay, all the mundane effects, they are there in our spell work too. Just like a novel can paint an image in your mind so vivid it might as well be a movie, a well-worded spell can do the same for the outcome that you're aiming for. The way a song can change your mood, so can a rhythmic spell. How a phrase can get stuck on a never-ending loop in your mind, so can a sloppy spell you threw into the wind without much thought at first. Add to this, needing to be mindful of our emotions when we're putting words out into the world, you begin to see why older practitioners are known for being noticeably quiet. It isn't due to lack of knowledge, but due to knowledge gained. Knowing that waiting and watching, patience, and well-placed words so often save us from having to clean up yet another of our own messes. We seem to acknowledge the power of words as kids, and then sort of forget as we grow up. As kids, we bop around the playground spouting out our charms. Step on a crack, break your mom's back, and then avoiding all cracks to ward off mom getting injured somehow. Or, "Sticks and stones can break my bones, but your words will never hurt me," thrown at bullies to ward off what their words might have done to our mental health before we even understood what mental health was. But as we grew up, somehow that understanding got lost among all the things we were expected to get rid of. All the things that got labeled as child's play. Now we're at a point with social media and the recent plague that Words get tossed out into the ether with an expectation that the person reading them should be able to just scroll past what they see if they don't like it, which, let's be fair, is a valid take. But what about the people tossing those words out there? Shouldn't they have some responsibility to weigh their words before hitting enter? Back to the topic at hand, words having power. We have the ability to sway people towards or away from doing things, to plant idea seeds, to nurture talents, all by being intentional with the words we choose to use, both towards others, but also towards ourselves. When factoring this into our spellcraft, we also have to remember to be authentic to who we are. If you're not a flowery, rhyming word person, then trying to use that style isn't going to work well for you. If you can easily go on and on with all the pretty words, short and to the point things might not work well for you. The important part is recognizing the power words have and working with what you're familiar with. Learn when your words will be heard and when your silence is louder. Words are a tool like any other that we use. Arguably, it's one of our most powerful tools as they can help or do damage even when we're not paying attention. So let's all do better about being intentional, both in our spellcraft and out in the mundane world too. Thanks for watching. If you want to bewitch the like button, put a spell on the subscribe button, or throw that damn bell in a jar, go for it. Now, help or get out of the way.